Peace and blessings. Welcome back to the Abundantly Ever After Show. I'm your host, Jovhannah, the Sacred Wellness Alchemist. I'm a spiritual love healer, a intuitive tarot reader, body worker, spiritual coach, and just a woman here navigating life through the lens of healing from trauma and getting to a point of really manifesting my goals, my dreams, and all of that. So at the time of this recording, it is the last day of 2024. It's also the new moon in Capricorn, so I thought it would be good to kind of just do a year-end review or reflection and then just share some wisdom that came up for me with the new moon in Capricorn. That really is what inspired this message. So, one of the cards that I pulled today for my new moon reading was Horizon. And I thought about, the sunrise and walking towards the light, going towards the horizon, not knowing where it is that we're necessarily going, or at least having an idea, but not knowing what's along that path, but still going towards the horizon, towards our goals, towards our dreams, and all of that. I don't know how your 2024 was. Mine was interesting. It was stretchy. It forced me to really embrace who I am. It forced me to confront my truths. It forced me into my spiritual practices. It gave me space to ask some much needed questions. It was a mirror, I think. 2024 is a karmic year, the number 8. So there are a lot of cycles, endings, some beginnings. Just a very, very interesting year with some not so great moments. There were injuries and accidents and losses and failures, but a lot of things were stripped away to lay the foundation for me to work on my dreams. So had I not got injured, I wouldn't have opened my own practice. Had I not been involved in an accident, I wouldn't have got my dream car. Literally manifested the car that was on my vision board in 2024. It's just amazing. So many things happened. And then towards the autumn, I felt really called to just stop talking to people. Me and my best friend, normally we have these 5-hour-long conversations often. And I didn't have the energy or the space for other people because Spirit needed me to get quiet, to go within and to listen to myself. And I feel like a lot of that was because of the energy of 2025 being a hermit year. The hermit is a loner. The hermit goes within and listens to their soul's wisdom. The hermit meditates. The hermit seeks knowledge and guidance from within. And this is a really, really beautiful thing. The hermit, also, when we go within, I think it's also important to consider what state are we in. So that kind of makes me a little nervous about next year. But sometimes, we just have to get quiet and still and lean on our own inner guidance, our own inner voice, our own practices and things like that. So I think that's going to be a very interesting year. Overall, I think 2024 definitely showed me the possibilities of what could be. It helped me to highlight the areas in my life where I definitely need to show up more, where I can be more embodied, own my power, my path, all of those things. So when I look at it, like I said, as a mirror, then I learned a lot in 2024. It helped me to realize some places where I was still carrying wounding and, really in need of healing. And so that's what I then started allowing myself to do. And I'm grateful. Really glad that it's coming to an end. It gives me 365 more days of opportunities, of chances to show up, to reach my dreams, to love, to be loved, to just do all the things that I truly desire to do, and to be the woman that I truly desire to be, in the sense of showing up as that version of myself who works out on a consistent basis, who is just doing all the things that I want to do. There's such a list of things. One of the main things that I really would like to do is to focus on reading more, focus on my health and wellness, and my tarot practice, which loops into like my spiritual practices. Like, I just want to be a better me. I want to live the life that I envision. And I feel like because there was so much of a scramble for me this year, especially with my business, it was always like, okay, focus on making sure I'm able to take care of myself and my daughter, to where some of my personal wellness and spiritual wellness practices were not put in the forefront. And for me to be the spiritual love healer, the sacred wellness alchemist, for me to embody the threads woven within me, I have to make space for them in my life, because if I don't, then I am not able to truly help others. And so that's one of the things that I feel hasn't been as prevalent. Like when I was living at the ocean, it was a lot easier because everything was immersed in the magic. So just finding that place again within myself. And so back to Horizon, there was this energy of like walking both worlds, being in the magical and the mundane, using the spiritual and the practical to help manifest my goals and dreams, because it's there. And I feel like for those of you who connect with me, being able to integrate your spiritual practices, your magic, your manifestation practices in your everyday life is going to be vital for 2025. There's a need to lean into polarity to find balance, make sure that any health challenges that we're staying on top of our health and wellness, because if our physical vessel is breaking down or unable to carry us through, that just places additional burdens and stresses on life. One of the things that I feel and notice a lot as a body worker is how we ignore the aches and the pains and the symptoms in our bodies until it gets to a point where it may not be as easily restored. And I feel that's something that is truly important, that we must take care of our physical temple, because it is what houses our soul and our spirit. And we've got a number of tools and practices and resources that can help us stay in better health and wellness. So like, let's really find something that works for us and do it. Another thing I love about the cards that came up is how it shows a two-headed doctor, someone who runs modern with ancient. And that is what I do and what I desire to do through Sacred Wellness Alchemy and the Culture Spa, is integrating ancestral healing work alongside with body work and rituals and other things. So that really, really, truly resonated with me. And I know that that is where my magic lies. That is where abundance will overflow for me. And I'm just really excited about that. Plant your intentions. Plant your intentions in this Capricorn new moon and this black moon in this Capricorn season, because they will grow. Your seeds will grow, will sprout. Your blessings are there. It's all good fortune, abundance. We're talking about living abundantly ever after. Like, this is a really great place to start. What is it that you're walking towards in 2025? Write that down. Keep it close to you. Review it so that you can achieve those goals and refer back to it as you move through 2025. What needs to end? Maybe there's some grief, some loss, again, like I was sharing, some wounding, some things that it's time to let go of. And I just want to get a little more clarity into this energy. But whatever's keeping you up at night, it's time to let it go. Yeah, it's time to let it go. Write those things down. Write what it is that you are no longer carrying with you into 2024, and then burn it. Burn it, tear it up, get rid of it, release it. Do not carry that with you into the new year. One of the things that I've been doing is cleaning. Deep cleaning, especially like my kitchen, my floors, clearing out like laundry. I've also been trying to go through things and get rid of everything. Clearly I'm not done, but the intention is there that I'm ready to release what no longer serves me. And yeah, as you're contemplating your goals, be mindful of your thoughts. Be in the space of abundant thinking. Be in the space of it is possible, not like anxious and worried. It's time to be optimistic and decide what steps you're going to take, and then take it. Like, overthinking is out the window. We got to let that go and really take action. And I'm laughing because I struggle with overthinking often. And that's why it's so important to have people, have community, have teachers, guides, spiritual practices, prayers, meditations, whatever it is that you need to soothe your mind. Do that. I'm excited for the way that 2024 is ending. It is ending by giving us fertile soil for a new year ahead. And I think that is just absolutely beautiful. There's so much. I've recorded so many podcast episodes that I have yet to publish. So that's something that I will be working on. So my focus in 2025, of course, is my business. It's the Culture Spa, but it's also just getting back into blogging. And I decided to breathe life back into Spiritual Love Tarot because, like I said, my tarot practice is something that's really important to me. And so this is a way that allows me to creatively share that practice and keep myself in check in the process of doing what I desire to do for myself. So I have that I'm going to be working on. And I'm just really grateful, thankful, and blessed to be living abundantly ever after. In 2022, I had some major things take place where I wound up walking away from someone who I deeply, deeply loved and cared about. And it was hard and it was painful. And there was just a lot of mess and drama. And it took a while for me to like process everything and get to a point of healing within myself. So I want to talk about that and just all the things Also focusing on the show is going to be important to me as well. Like I got up this morning and I was like, it's the end of the year. It's the new moon. Let's share a message. So I got that done. I'm very excited. And I want to know, what are your intentions as well? What are some of the things that you are looking forward to in 2024 so that I can be in agreement and hold space with you there? I do have an Instagram for the Abundantly Ever After show. So I would like to continue building upon that and just sharing my message and allowing other people to share their message as well. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This is a beautiful dream for me to do. And remember, at the root of change is love. You deserve more for yourself and your future. So love on yourself, give yourself what you need, and be open to allowing it to come into your life, because it is possible. That's one of the messages that I am feeling within this new moon message as well, is that we might not see the path ahead. We may not know exactly how things will unfold, but we know that things will be good. We know that things will be okay. And that's something that definitely in 2024, I relearned after like experiencing a lot of hurt and hardship, is that, yeah, like I had these big lofty goals and all these hopes and dreams. And it seemed like almost every month, at least every quarter, there was a major, major upset. Whether it was things with family, things with finances, things with my body, like it just seemed like there was always something, but it redirected me to things that are important. And that's what helped me choose what I need to focus on this year, because everything took me back to my finances, my health and well-being, my spiritual practices. And so that is what I am truly, truly, truly anchoring into. I really would like to build a community. It's something that I've done before, and, would show up and do like monthly classes, coaching calls, readings for the community, just different ways of support. So I'm going to sit with that, because I love having a book club. Reading is something that's super important to me. And I want to read with others so we can talk about what it is that we're learning. So that's something that I'm sitting with right now. I don't know if or when I will do that, but I think I would like to create a group specific for the podcast, just to dive deeper into podcast topics and subjects. And then I'll have a separate, larger community that does more like in-depth coaching and healing work as well. So I have a lot that I am ready to do for the culture that is going to combine everything together that I've done in the past, from the spiritual love healing work to the body work to the abundance code, collective, and shamanic money priestess work. Just everything is coming together so beautifully, and I'm excited. I am so excited. I'm wishing you a joyous, prosperous, blessed, abundant, love-filled 2025. And just know that I'm here to guide you and support you in whatever way you need. So tap in with me, and thank you for being here. I love you. I love you. I love you. I will see you next year. Peace.